Hello and welcome to the Market Herald studio. ASX listed junior Rafaela Resources recently revealed a 40% increase in their measured and indicated resources at the company's flagship Santa Comba project. Joining us to discuss how the company is travelling and what its plans are for the future is Managing Director of Rafaela Resources, Stephen Turner. Stephen, thanks so much for joining me.
Thank you, Talia.
So, Stephen, what developments have occurred at the project since you last joined us here at the studio?
As you mentioned, we announced a over 40% increase in our measured and indicated resources. Why is that important? Well, we set out earlier this year to increase our measured and indicated as part of our move towards development and putting together a feasibility study. The previous measured and indicated amount was 6 million tons, just over 6 million tons. We've taken that up to 8.7. Why is that again important? Because we ran a pre-feasibility study that we released in December. That was run off 6 million tons and showed us a 5-year mine life. Now we're at 8.7 million tons. You can quickly extrapolate and see that we'll see a significant increase on mine life on the back of that. But I think the other things that are very important that have happened in the meantime, very much in the favor of Rafaela, has been the significant improvement in the ammonium paratungstate price, which is the benchmark price for tungsten. When we ran the pre-feasibility study back in December, it was trading at $218 per MTU, which is a metric ton unit. Okay, these are 10 kilogram bags. It's now running at over $312. So that is a significant increase, a real improvement in the market dynamics for us. When we ran our pre-feasibility study, we had a $40 million pre-tax MPV. If we ran it at $300 without changing anything, we're already up over $70 million. Okay, so when you add on that the improved or the upgrade in the mineral resource estimate of up to 8.7 million tons, you can already see that we're expecting a significant step up in those economics. So very important for the project and extremely good news, we think.
So how far away then do you think it is from production?
Well, actually, as we speak right now, we're installing our pilot plant. So we've stated earlier that we're going to bring on the underground immediately because we have full permits in place for that. And we're starting off with a pilot plant project. We're accessing underground stocks that were left behind. And we're in the process right this week. And it's a very exciting time at the site where we're installing a new crushing unit and processing plant that's being craned. The cranes are there, they're lifting it, they're putting it in. We'll hopefully release some good pictures shortly to the market, see what's happening, real activity going on. And the idea is that we'll start commissioning in just over a week's time and get the first production out by the end of September. This is relatively small, albeit, but it's the starting of production from the underground. And on the back of that, we'll look to start to scale up the underground. So that's a real project that's happening now, and we'll be able to see a concentrate coming out. So very, very exciting. In terms of the open pit, that's something that is still ongoing, and that's the subject of the feasibility study. We are doing some further work on the metallurgical test work. So we ran 70% recoveries in our pre-feasibility study, but we've been doing extensive test work on that disseminated ore. And we've had some very exciting results coming back on some of our magnetic recoveries. So we are following that train and making sure we really get our process flow sheet right to be able to release a feasibility study later this year.
So, Stephen, there's obviously a lot happening for the company, but is there anything else that you can share as in what's next for the company?
Yes, look, we've always made it no secret that we'd like to add more assets to our portfolio. The focus since we took on Santa Comba is very much to get that project in a very strong state. We've been out recruiting a team and building that team to the point where they're able to start to run much more autonomously, freeing us up to look at some other exciting opportunities in the region. And that's now in full flow. So we are looking at other opportunities. We think it's a very good time to get out into the market and add to our portfolio and give us a little bit of flexibility around the delivery of projects and where we apply our capital. So that's ongoing. And of course, we have our Canadian assets, which are also exciting. Nickel and copper, platinum group element, great commodity to be in, or series of commodities to be in. And we are putting together a drilling program for those assets in Canada. And we're currently undertaking some geological mapping up in the Yukon, following up on some very exciting developments in our last program last year. So a lot going on. We've got principally three main assets and activity going on in all three of those.
Well, like you said, Stephen, a lot going on there for Rafaela Resources. Thank you so much for joining me today, and we'll look forward to seeing you again soon.
Thank you, Talia. Thank you very much.